Hello everyone, my name is Ajay Srivastav. I'm a Director Sales in TCS, and I'm very happy to be hosting this session, this webinar today on behalf of TCS IIM Direct Academy channel. I welcome you all to the webinar on the topic how to use Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyaan and various government schemes to scale up your business. Let me quickly give you an overview of the topic. The Make India initiative and the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyaan, which is a self-reliant India campaign, have played a key role in promoting business and local manufacturing in the country, giving special thrust to micro, small, and medium enterprises, which is basically called MSMEs and also referred to as the backbone of the Indian economy. The central government has also taken immediate response measures in the form of Atmanirbhar Bharat Package to ensure continuity of businesses during the COVID-19 pandemic. Along with these measures, the main governing body for MSMEs in the country, that is the Ministry for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, has also numerous schemes in place to support the budding manufacturing units across the country. So to understand more about these schemes, we have invited two experts from MSME Development Institute. It's my pleasure and an honor to welcome and introduce our guest speakers tonight. Mr. R. Gopinath Rao is IEDS, Deputy Director at MSME Development Institute, Government of India, Bangalore. He's working in this department since the last 22 years and has served in Haryana, Punjab and Meghalaya. Earlier, Mr. Rao worked for more than 10 years in the private sector in various textile units like Mrs. Benny Limited, Bangalore, Mrs. Siaram's Textile Mills in Mumbai, Mrs. Gokuldas Images Garment Manufacturing Unit, and Mrs. Shashi Exports and Mrs. Sunwear Knit Limited. So you'll understand that he has a wide understanding of industry, both from a private entrepreneur and a private professional's point of view, as well as now as part of the government machinery. Mr. Rao has also undergone several trainings in various sectors like ISO 9000, ZD 16, Export Management, Cluster Development Program for MSME Unit, Advanced Packaging Program, Project Report Preparation and Appraisal, etc. And he's been a quality management and senior level career training programs also. Mr. Rao has also more than 200 training programs, national level and state level development programs exclusively for MSME units and the marketing sector. He has assisted more than 100 entrepreneurs in loan through scheme, market link, etc. Presently, he is heading Champions Portal Division and connecting all SMEs of banks, state government department, industrial associations, NGOs, testing laboratory, and central government departments. Welcome, Mr. Gopinath, and I'm sure we are all going to benefit from this vast information and vast knowledge that you have. It's now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Rajkumar Mohanani. He is the Assistant Director at MSME Development Institute, Indore. He has the postgraduate Master of Engineering in Industrial Engineering and Management from DAVP University, Indore, and is a certified energy auditor from Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Mr. Mohanani has served in Indian Ordnance Factories Ministry of Defence for 6 years, and now he is working in MSME under IEDS scheme, which is the Indian Enterprise Development Service, and has served 12 years in Ministry of MSME, Government of India, MSME Development Institute, Indore. He is presently working in the area of procurement and marketing support for MSMEs. He is Nodal Officer for One Enterprise Development Center. He supports prospective entrepreneurs for the new ventures and existing entrepreneurs under various schemes from Government of India. So welcome, Mr. Mohanani. And to the panel, to the attendees over here, let me tell you that you will not get a better panel than this to understand and to explore what the Government of India is trying to do through the various schemes that they have and how you can take advantage of it. If anyone has, if everyone's okay, then I would like to get on with asking the questions. So let me first address my first question to you, Mr. Bhupin.
Yes, sir.
What are the major schemes made available by the Government of India for growth and development of MSME schemes? Let's give an overview to the various to all our attendees. So, what are the major schemes? How are these schemes provided for helping for arranging finance? Please throw light on the loan facilities and other benefits. Please.
Good afternoon to all of you, all the participants and the panelists and the data consultancy organizations. It's really wonderful and happy to be with a part of this program. And we know the MSME, the most important sector in our Indian economy, and it is a vibrant sectors and it's contributing nearly 30% of GDP. And the more, it's almost the second place in providing employment opportunities in our sector. And it needs a constant credit flow because of this the pandemic situation. The industries are facing a lot of problems, especially during this time, because we are seeing a lot of grievances in our portal, and then in contact with the industries and associations, we are getting constant messages from the information from the various sector that MSME needs a credit flow. So in that case, our MSME, the ministry, we have schemes on credit guarantee fund trust schemes where the loans up to 2 crores will be given without any collateral security or third party guarantee. That is the one that now presently we are now mainly focusing on to support the MSMEs through these schemes. And there's one scheme called Stand Up India schemes, which is exclusively for women entrepreneurs, SC/ST candidate units. So these particular schemes will help a lot to women category as well as the units headed by the SC/ST categories. And schemes like PMEGP with the small micro entrepreneurs or small scale industries who want to start as a career in the beginning. For the beginners, this particular PMEGP, Prime Minister Employment Generation Program scheme, will help a lot to take a loan up to 25 lakhs, where this in the beginners, they will get a subsidy from 25% to 35%. The subsidy will be getting especially this is the beginners. So apart from that, we have got Mudra schemes where the loan up to 10 lakhs, which is in 3 categories, the Kishore and then Tarun. So, and up to 50,000 we can take it. Those who want to do some small programs, small businesses from the home itself, or some small micro level businesses, for them 50,000 is can be done. Given from 50,000 to 5 lakhs, that's a big show. That also can be used for the small manufacturing or a service sectors or a trading businesses they want to do. They can also use this scheme. So like that, these 4 schemes normally we are using. Apart from that, there is a state government also. We have a financial schemes. For example, in Karnataka, we have Chief Minister Employment Generation Programs, where it is focusing on the setting up of industries only in the rural area. So where the loan will be given up to 10 lakhs. So same subsidy up to the 35% subsidy will be given in that case. So like that, both from the central of that is from our ministry as well as from the state government, we have schemes for financials. Apart from that, recently the government announced a package of Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme, where the 3 lakh crore credit into the financial system, the MSME sectors. So apart from that, under Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have fund schemes where the government is trying to infuse 15% or 75 lakhs of the promoters' contributions. So that level, that is also they are trying to give. And also under Atmanirbhar, they are also focusing on the unit which has become NPA or one-time restructure. That unit also been recognized for giving the credit facilities. That means these particular schemes, after this pandemic, government is trying to support all these existing as well as the unit which has become NPA, and as well as the unit has got a great potential for growth. In that case, through areas they are focusing, so that there will be uniformity in the growth. So that way, these particular schemes will help a lot. So I think this is the things which entrepreneurs should know it, or they can approach MSCV for further details.
That's very interesting. In subsequent questions, I would like to find out how people have been able to take advantage of this, and whether there has been a change after the pandemic. Have people understood the schemes are? I'll come back to you on that. Let me just quickly bring in Mr. Manani also. So, Mr. Manani, while Mr. Gopinath is covering the finance side of the schemes and how entrepreneurs can benefit from various schemes that have been available, can you tell us something more about the marketing schemes that are available for MSMEs? How can MSMEs market their products, and How? What is the process? How do they get the benefit of this? Throw some light.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon to all panelists and TCS officials and attendees. Uh, I want to tell about procurement and marketing scheme by Government of India, Ministry of MSME. Actually, marketing is a very strategic tool for development of any industry to market their products, sell their products. We have procurement and marketing scheme. In this, there are promotion to units to market their products by participating in exhibitions. Actually, there are 5 components of this scheme. There is one component 5A. In this, they can participate in exhibitions, domestic exhibitions and national exhibitions, and they get around 80% of their expenses, and 100% for SC/ST and women entrepreneurs. It is there is limit for metro class cities. This is 1.5 lakhs. For B class cities, it is 1 lakh, and for C class cities, it is 80,000. And they also get 25,000 for their contingent expenses like travel and handling of their items to the exhibition point. And second component is 5B, where associations and other implementing agencies, they can organize the exhibition. So they get around 25 lakhs for national exhibitions, Government of India grant, 15 lakhs for regional exhibitions, and also they get 15 lakhs for marketing of the exhibition. So these two 5A and 5B components, entrepreneurs get their products. They can market their products by attending the exhibition and display their products, and they get consumers for their products. Third component is 5C. In 5C, there is a scheme to develop the packaging of the industry of their products through consultant. Basically, there are two consultants: Indian Institute of Packaging, Mumbai, and NID, Ahmedabad. Through Ministry of MSME, they get 1 lakh for their one product for packaging consultancy. So they can improve their packaging, so they can get the market, and they can sell the products through better packaging. There is one component 5D next, which is in which marketing hearts are developed, and in these permanent type of marketing hearts, to build a new heart, Government of India grant is almost 50 lakhs, and for renovation of these marketing hearts, they get 20 lakhs for renovation. So this is also good scheme where one permanent type of marketing heart is developed, so organizers can organize the exhibitions for entrepreneurs. And another component is 5E, where vendor development programs are organized for industries. In these vendor development programs, where industry they get their supply, they can supply these products to PSUs like this BHEL, Pardev Electricals Limited, Gas Authority of India Limited, National Thermal Power Corporation. In these type of programs, we make them aware to industries. How can you register as a vendor for these PSUs? So these are schemes for their marketing under procurement and marketing support by MSME. Thank you.
Okay, that's very interesting, Mr. Mohanary. And if you can just tell me, how do people qualify to take advantage of all these schemes, both from a finance side and from the marketing side? What are the basic qualifications? Who can approach you? Do they have to be registered as an MSME, or how is that kind of?
Actually, they have to get registered with Udyam registration. For
Okay.
all schemes, they should get the Udyam registration, and it is online and it is free of cost. They can first registered, and after that registration, they can apply online through our portal, that is My MSME. They can apply there, and we scrutinize these applications and forward to our headquarters at Delhi, and then we select them to participate in these schemes. That is the simple way and online.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Morani, for that. Mr. Gopinath, my next question will be to you. Um, uh, yeah. So, apart from finance, what other institutional support is available for MSMEs under these schemes? Is there any support available for cluster and skill development also?
Under MSME ministry, we have a scheme on credit support for MSMEs, the marketing support. Just my colleague Mr. Rajkumar mentioned about that. And apart from that, there is one scheme called Cluster Development Program. That means, in 1991, that is when the GLP, that is globalization, liberalization, privatization started. Then the other foreign companies started marketing their products in the Indian markets. So then the MSME had huge challenges and competition from the foreigners. So in that, to overcome that, the scheme was necessary. It was necessary for the MSMEs to protect that MSMEs and to improve their competitiveness. That is also most important. So because one point is you have to see the quality of the product, and also the quantity and the capacity building of the MSMEs, and also introduction of highly advanced technologies in the MSME sectors are most important to face the competitiveness in the world market. And in this direction, so this cluster development played a major role. So that means in the cluster development programs, it's a group of industries manufacturing similar products or similar services. So where these minimum under this scheme, we need minimum 20 SME units and above. So if the 25 or 30 units have come together as a one to manufacture products which are in manufacturing the similar products, and if there is any particular in the manufacturing line of activity, so there is one particular mission which is cost is more, where individual SMEs cannot procure it. In such cases, that becomes the common facility missions. So in that case, the scheme will support them for procurement of that particular machineries, so that the entire chain of activity, that is chain of manufacturing, will continue, so that the quality can be improved or the quantity can also be improved. So in such cases, common facility centers are, it's called as common facility centers support. For example, training is required for industries. They require skilled workers. Then you need a training. What type of training requires? What are the equipments are required? That is one. Another is R&D. For example, research and development activities we have to do for a particular sector. Then R&D, setting up of R&D is a common facility centers. For the energy utilization or a common procurement policy, or a common raw material bank, or a common storage banks. So these are all becomes common. In that common, where the industries are come together and form an SPV, a special purpose vehicle, and under the Section 8 Company Act, and the government of India, this is our ministry, will provide a financial grant up to 20 crores or 70% in the case of general category, or as 90% in the case of the industries which are more than 20% if they are micro enterprises or headed by women entrepreneurs or SC/ST categories. In such cases, 90% will be the grant will be given. Remaining 30% in the case of general, it will be 20% from the state government and 10% from the SPV contributions. So this is the pattern how it works. And there are present we have a lot of cluster development programs across India. And in Karnataka itself, we have around 15 cluster development programs already in functioning, CFCs functioning. So where we have supported through financial schemes.
Yeah, this is very interesting. We should encourage more and more of our.
Apart from that, clusters, we are also giving us training programs. We have a 6 weeks training programs called Entrepreneurs Skill Development Programs, and 2 weeks Entrepreneurs Awareness Programs, 1 day Industrial Motivation Programs. In all these, the basic aim is to create the entrepreneurships and make more and more people to accept their line as an entrepreneurial line and self-employment line. So in that case, these training programs will definitely help them to. Initial training program will give a broad outlook how in which sector he has to enter and what are the products are available for him to start and how to start an industry, what are the steps are involved and what are the documents he has to make, concentrate, and how to make a project report. What are the in the project report, what are the points to be concentrated by the entrepreneur, and what are the points basically in the during training program. We also invite the faculties from banks or the existing entrepreneurs to share their views and their experiences so that the prospective entrepreneurs can see and can take a judgment on that how we can start the industries. So apart from that, we can also.
Absolutely. I think this training and this knowledge is as important as the finance itself, because that is how people are able to use the finance well and they have to move forward. So in the cluster scheme,
one more point I want to make here, since this work we are doing that now because of pandemic, the situation is different, where the gathering is not allowed so much because of the numbers are increasing. So in that case, now we are trying to do online. Most of them are online technical training programs, the technical sessions we are doing. And like that, the message is going on to all entrepreneurs. So in each and every sessions, we are getting minimum 80 to 90, 100. And of course, on 14th, I am doing one program on business opportunities in UAE, export, United Arab Emirates, where already almost 270 entrepreneurs have registered. So like that, online we are doing a lot of sessions, so that it will reach to maximum number through digital mode. Of course, we can't do in offline, but through this online, we have to shift our mindset to the traditional to the new one. Not only that the entrepreneurs will come and participate, they'll come to know. Otherwise, this.
I know that is something that has happened. That is something that has happened in this pandemic, and it
has given a way to understand ourselves where we can.
And you're able to reach a larger number of people also.
Absolutely.
So it's one of the things that have come out. So when we talk about reaching out to people, Mr. Monani, I think we enter straight into your area again. I was interested in knowing how a new or aspiring entrepreneur can commercialize an idea. So what are the incubation and innovation centers that have been established by MSc Development Institute, and how can entrepreneurs take maximum advantage of it? If you could throw some light on that.
Okay. As we know, the technology is regularly changing and growing, and new innovative products are coming into the market. So, an aspiring entrepreneur who has a new idea, or existing entrepreneur who has to diversify their products in a new way, innovative products. So there is Government of India scheme is for business incubation, and there are business incubators who are registered with Government of India MSME. These are called host institutions. These can be NITs, technical institutes like NITs, IITs, and engineering colleges, other professional colleges, and other government agencies also. These become the host institution who support the entrepreneur to commercialize their idea. MSME support these host institutions for any idea development and commercialization. There is support of 1 CR to each host institution. So they can procure machines and for hardware, software. So for these research activities, they will get 1 CR from Government of India. And for each idea of the entrepreneur, Government of India support is 15 lakhs for each idea. And this is given to host institution for each incubatee who is getting the idea, who is trying to commercialize it. So there is 15 lakhs grant. So this is given after agreement between incubatee and host institutions. And it is given, first it is given 70%, and then after final commercialization and development of idea, there is grant of 30%, remaining 30%. So Incubate get this support from Government of India through host institution and commercialize his idea. And there are business enablers also who take this product to the market for the incubating, and other activities like marketing and other business plans are made through these enablers. And there is support of 1 CR as a seed fund, which is as a soft loan is given to incubating and host institution for further development. So this is the scheme, very good scheme from Government of India. Thank you.
No, this is very interesting, and I hope more and more people are, people who are watching this, and also people who will be watching this in future when we put this on our site, hear all this and they take advantage of it. But while I've been trying to take some notes while you're speaking, is all this information available somewhere where we can, just go and pick up all of it? Some easy place where we can go and find it?
Okay. There is our site DC MSME. That is D for Delhi, C for Calcutta, and msme.gov.in.
Okay.
Yes, all the schemes details are available there. Scheme details and guidelines, all are available there. Yes.
And it will also tell us where we should approach and how we can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and they can approach area-wise, like in Indore or Bhopal, they can approach MSMEDI Indore. In Karnataka, they can approach MSMEDI Bangalore. There are sites also given of each development institute according to their zone or area.
I see. And now online also, can a person approach directly online and reach out to you?
He can apply online. He can apply online.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Manani. This has been a wealth of information. And so my next question is to you, Mr. Gopinath. This is regarding, how do you see the future of the MSCV sector? What are the most common challenges that Indian MSCV sector is facing now? And what is the government doing to address them, especially in view of the pandemic and the fact that MSMEs are being seen as the sector which has been hit most by the lockdowns and the way people are not, how they have to approach their business. So, if you can just throw some light on this and how the government is helping them address it.
The first point is, you're all aware that the MSME, or in fact any other industries, whether it's a museum or a large scale industry, they are passing through very difficult situation because of this pandemic. And especially the MSMEs, the most important segment in the industrial life. And it needs a support. That's one. And the government has made the first support is to encourage more and more MSMEs to avail government benefits. The first point they made, the 200 crores global tender. The ban is global tender up to 200 crores. That means to enable more and more MSMEs of Indians to participate in the global tender, to take part that, so that their business increases more and the competitiveness can be increased more and their capacity can also be increased more. So in that way, that is one support government is trying to do it. Another one is recent, a lot of the banning of apps. So it enables most of our MSMEs to find out the new alternative to the import materials. So that is another way where the government is trying to encourage the industries. And this crucial time, they need the financial support. That is the Atmanirbhar Package schemes they used. And more and more the skill-based training programs the government is trying to set through the state government as well as from the DI, so that the industry should be get connect with the skilled labor, proper skilled laborers. So, and also a lot of migration of the laborers during this pandemic situation, and identifying the small project in these regions. So in the localized regions, will help them to start their own or to make them to analyze to become a skillful, so that they can be directly supplied to the industries. That is the most important. Because in Karnataka, for example, we have a skill development corporation centers by the state government. We have a lot of skill training programs have been listed, and these laborers have been identified, and they are given the proper trainings in particular sectors so that they can be linked to the industries. That's the one they are trying to do it. And also, it's something like some small the subsidy or sorry, for example, scholarship or something, that they are trying to support the industries, employees, so that they can take the benefits of the state government scheme. And I'm joined to the industries. That is a one. And also, the state government is now in Karnataka, they have started a new industrial policies. So where they are encouraging more and more cluster-based approaches, so that the industries, if they come together, one district, one product basis, OD/OP basis, so that the entire Karnataka, they are mapped with around 30 to 40, around 30 industries, 30 districts, 30 products, one district, one product. That particular clusters can be developed. Group of industries engaged in particular product can be developed in a cluster manner. So that way, the government is trying to help them. And also, I hope the future also, government will come out with a lot of supporting schemes for industries.
I think it is very important and very much needed in the industry today to have this kind of support. Thank you very much for the information. Yeah. So, Mr. Mohanani, can I ask you a question now? Yeah. Thank you. So, how Digital India campaigns are helping budding entrepreneurs and industry people to speed up and scale up their enterprises? Please throw light on the online support given by MSCV development institutes like free registration process, etc. So if you can throw some light on these areas.
It is a smooth process for their registration. They get registered. And it is free of cost. There are no charges for this registration, Udyam registration. And there is also only they have to enter their data like PAN card, GST, Aadhaar number, and they don't have even to upload the documents. There is no necessity of uploading the documents. So it is very smooth process after this registration. And now for every central government and state government schemes, they have to apply online. So there is ease of doing business, and they can apply online for these subsidy schemes. And there is, as Rao sir told, there is Champions portal also for their grievances. If they are facing any problem for their enterprise and for setting up new enterprise or existing enterprise, if they are having any issues, problem with any departments or other organizations, they can put their grievance on Champions portal, and within 1 or 2-3 days, we have to resolve it, and solve their problem. So it is very good for them. Champions portal, they can resolve their issues. So these are online supports made by us.
So this is all very interesting and very useful information for entrepreneurs, and I hope people do take advantage of it. How has the response been so far from the MSMEs? Do they come forward and are they taking advantage of these schemes, or is there still some communication that needs to be done to reach all of them? You can treat this as an open question to both of you if you can.
Yes, we are getting, sir, actually. Of course, we are getting the good reply online. Grievances, the figure itself, we can see how the industries are responding faster. And another one is the schemes under the incubation, maybe design clinic or under the PMS schemes. We are seeing the good response. And of course, apart from that, we are also direct in contact with the associations and other group of industries. So where we can share our schemes time to time. And so that they will also come to us, and they are having the benefits. And apart from that, as a this is the digital era. If you are not in digital era, you are out. Just a paperwork will not work nowadays. People have to change their mindset to digital mode of operation. So that if you are having a good link with industries, make a group of that, so that 3 to 4 groups, around 1,000 members, if it is an SME group, you are most enough, you can do a lot of works. That is the one opportunities, the challenging opportunity for all our officers of MSME. And of course, my officers, all our officer personnel, they are using this. As
It's very good advice. Very good, very important advice.
Make a group, because our technology is low. For example, nowadays it's the WhatsApp group, for example, small example, where if you have a group of minimum 250, maximum 250 members in one particular group, SMEs, if you make a group, then that group itself, you can provide a lot of information time to time.
Yeah.
Only thing is, if you're feeding properly and then then they feel that this officer got a stuff. Maybe that way we have to think it. That will work a lot.
I understand. Yeah. So any other final remarks and takeaway? I think we are reaching the closing time. So it has been a wonderful experience so far. But before we get to that, Mr. Rao, any thoughts from your side? Any final takeaways that you would like us to have with us before I move to Mr. Nani? Any more thoughts from your side, Mr. Gopinath?
Now, more on, see, my sincere admission or advice is to become more and more, change your mindset from the previous one to upgrade yourself because of the digital era. Because we never felt the pandemic is so given opportunity to us.
Yes.
So this opportunity, instead of taking that as a problem, we have to think there's an opportunity another way. So any coin has got two faces. So one side, if you are gone feeling I am dull, another there is a bright face. So you have to see both the same. So you have to use the opportunities. That's what.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Gopinath. And Mr. Rajkumar, if as you move into the digital era, as Mr. Gopinath's mentioning, as we all and the MSME also becomes a user of the entire digital facilities, what are your final remarks and key takeaways for our audience here?
Actually, in this era, we are passing every information, what we are getting from our headquarters, every new guideline, every new schemes, we are passing to the entrepreneurs through webinars, through industry associations. We are immediately forwarding them. So, and they are also, they should also take benefit of this and keep in contact with us to get the benefits. And we are making every effort for this. Yes.
Yes, so thank you very much.
Only advice is all our the entrepreneurs or industries, they should keep in touch with our headquarters website and local our the DIA websites. So that all information can be given easy.
I think that is very important because through one I personally did not know that so much help was being given by the government for this sector, and there are so many schemes available that people can make use of. So I'm sure our audience and people who watch now and people who will watch in the future are really going to benefit from this information. So thank you very much, gentlemen, for having been on the panel today and for imparting this wonderful information to all of us. I hope people see this, and I also hope all these schemes and initiatives being taken by the government are made use of, and people should benefit from it. So thank you very much once again for
thank you for giving an opportunity.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
It was our pleasure, and it was here for. So thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure being with you all today. Thank you.
Thank you.